With the recent release of Galebreathe's Specter path during the middle of winter, it's about time I try my hand using a mix of wind and ice respectively. For this build specifically, I tried out some super combo heavy gameplay and was surprised how viable it actually was. What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today I'll be showing you a build I like to call the Galeborn Ghostblade. Of course, excuse the edgy name, but with a combination of talents, mantras, and weapons, I crafted a combo-based playstyle that's very dynamic if you know what you're doing. Starting off strong, a lot of people were interested in my outfit and asking questions, so here it is. Purple, white, and blue are the main colors of this build, and of course my Etrian is white alongside my Gale, my hair and robot arm are purple lavender color, and my blue crystals are shown off with my mantras. Unfortunately, my arm is unobtainable publicly. It's something I earned by working with the team, and the outfit is limited to mods for now, but there is a lot of options with my basic color scheme. This build is all about applying pressure, and we can do so in several ways. The focus of this character all revolves around our Gale ghosts and applying crystal damage for their impact and extra damage. I'm using the freezing white talent that allows Haunted Gale to proc chill and the crystallization path to replace that status with bonus, impact. Of course, with Galebreathe's Specter path, it's very easy to spawn in apparitions that attack our target and stick them with exploding crystals. Every time I would apply Suffocate, a secondary ghost comes out and slams our target, and it's further increased with my Gale with support that makes it so much easier. Any multi-hitting Gale mantra you land, critical with the Curved Blade of Winds, or even our dodge, you're going to be chipping away your opponent with crystals. Although I don't have that many Frostdraw mantras, I chose a few multi-hits to do enough to detonate our built-up frozen crystals. Galebreathe's Gale Punch does sizable damage and sends out ghosts. The hitbox on this move is extremely inconsistent and hard to avoid, so we'll abuse this to the absolute limit. Whenever it's off cooldown, I just spam it. The same can be said about Astral Wind, the main source of our damage. This multi-hit is hard to land raw, but with some sneaky confirms and speed modifiers, we can use this to clip players from range. So it's okay, and we need this to have a chance in the mantra meta. On that topic, damage for this path isn't really that crazy, so we'll need to harness stuns to make this build truly useful. With a ton of confirms, slowdown, and true combos, there's a lot that you can do with a hybrid build like this. Essential for parry traits, the Showstopper talent forces players into a dazed state after they simply roll out of your M1. You're getting rewarded for playing aggressively, and this sets up so many combos, it's basically a free stun. Another really irritating way to keep players still is with the Flame Blind mantra and its secondary Concussive Flash talent. When throwing out this move, you blind players and daze them, which is so annoying and very easy to hit. Using Upless Gem, you can almost always have this move activated, and it costs almost nothing to apply on any build. I know I made a lot of players mad just by pulling this out, but hey, we need to keep them still. Moving on, another option for slow and lockdown comes from the Ice Daggers mantra and talent, Frozen Pin Cushion. All you gotta do is throw out this projectile and boom, targets are stuck in place, ready to get hit by another stun, daze, mantra, whatever you really want to do, they have to deal with it. Now the final tool that was essential for my Ghostblade build was of course Ice Eruption. With this mantra, we can freeze players in so many ways. It's such a powerful mantra that requires minimal stat investment. Every stun I mentioned earlier basically confirms a free Ice Eruption that is entirely unpreventable. Ice Eruption cannot be parried, and if you're dazed, you can't roll either. If you want to be fancy with it, a full impact of Crystal Impale slams targets into the floor and knocks them down, which again true combos into an Ice Eruption setup. This is generally easy to land after hitting Crystal Impale, but for some reason the slam down effect was kind of inconsistent, so it's flashy, fun, and it works well too. Another great way to confirm into Ice Eruption could be through the Phantom Step mode and its aerial teleport. With this mobility based mode, our aerial attack gets in close while hitting our target, and it's super easy to confirm Ice Eruption at close range or after a hit. On this build, I also had a few different gap closers that let me initiate combos or finish them instantly. First off, the Dawnwalker Oath is essentially only used in this build for Radiant Kick, which does true damage and confirms off almost anything. Players get scared of our stun and freezing attacks, so they keep their distance, and by simply throwing out Radiant Kick, it does damage from long range. Leaving the battlefield while sniping our enemy can also be done with Wind Passage. Modifying for long range, this mantra is absolutely free and easy to inhale to get around defensive players. With mobility, pressure, true combos, and gap closers, this build has it all if you want to have constant dynamic action. Of course, feel free to make this build however you like, like, but I made my stats like this to get my Galeborn Ghostblade exactly how you see it. And that's about it. If you want to see more casual build videos on actual Deepwoken characters, leave your thoughts down below. As always, make sure to like and subscribe so we can hit 70k by the end of this year. We're almost there. Thanks again, it's punchin' time.